Well, hello. The doctor is in. Good to see you all. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Dr. Gregory T. Obert, and with me, not as always, is the lovely Lady Donna, because she is out watching the kid, the fussy one that you all may have heard on last week's stream. So appreciate your patience with that. Hopefully he will start to calm down a bit more, and we'll be in a good place next time for her to join us. But in the meantime, you're stuck with me. So let me just test this and see what's going on, how it sounds. Yes, testing. Test. Test. Okay, I think that's all right. There we go. Turn that back on. But just to double check, I am going to do the super duper professional thing. Oh my god. Please work the way that I want you to. Okay, stop. My windows are not resized. Okay, stop. Thank you. Things behind the scenes that you guys don't see, but it's just like, oh my god, I'm trying to resize my windows, and then they're going back and forth with, this resizing. Okay. Let me just double check on my phone, because I want to make sure this sounds okay. And it's not playing. I think that sounds all right. Let's try it. Let's turn off the very loud rock music going on here. And I may adjust that volume down. I don't know why there's... Was that the monitor? Okay, let me turn this down just a hair here. Okay, let's do... maybe 45. Just a hair here. Let's see how that sounds. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why this isn't going down the way that I want. But going down the way that I want. Oh. Hold on. No wonder there was an echo. Because that was on. Alright, I know, some technical difficulties here, but give me a break. I'm doing this for you guys. I want to make sure it sounds good, I don't want it to be like some of the streams in the past where I thought everything sounded good on my end, and then I listened to it and it's not good. Like some of the streams in the past where I thought everything sounded good on my end, and then so let me go to a level here and see how this sounds. Talking. I think that's fine. The infinite loop of my voice is, probably not super fun for everybody, myself included. So this should be all right. All right, now let me just get back to where I was. We are recording. I see me. I see DK. And I see a boss that we need to go jump on repeatedly. Oh, maybe not this one. I think we have to use barrels. But, man, it is so loud. Hold on, let me just turn this down on my headset. Okay, I think that's a little better. All right, I don't think you guys are going to hear that change, but I will hear that change. Get out of here. No. Man. This game brings back memories. So anyways, how was your week? Hopefully you had a good last 7 days. For those that missed it, we finished up God of War Ascension in like 20 minutes. So I needed something else to fill the time with, and so I decided to try Donkey Kong Country. Well, I mean, I've tried it before. Oh no, Diddy, no! But to actually try it on stream here. There we go. And this game is still fantastic. God, I think it's been like 31 years or something. Was it say 94? Man, it's been a long, long time. Also, there's a secret up here. I remember from that Nintendo Power video. Yep. Okay, let's see if I can get Winky here. Oh, I think this one? Yeah, let's go, Winky. So, yeah, this game is still really great. In case you're curious, if you've never played it before, you need to stop what you're doing and watch this stream. But then after that, you need to go find this game and play it, because it's awesome. Nope. That's not awesome, though. Jumping right into the zinger. What happened to all my lives? Why do I start with 5? I definitely had way more lives than that. All right, well, I think that's a little lame. Having all my lives go away, but is what it is, I guess. And you need to die for what you did to me. So yeah, we finished very quickly, and there we go. Oh, come on. I thought, what better game to play than Donkey Kong Country? Because there are very few games better than Donkey Kong Country. But, I mean, that's not true. There's probably a lot of games better than Donkey Kong Country, but not many. I would argue not many. Okay, so can I... There we go. Ride this down. Okay. You know, this level is trying to murder me. I remember this level being terribly difficult as a child. And there's the secret at the end, which is if you... Oh, hello? If you do all the barrels perfectly, you get, I believe it's a 3-up. Oh, God. Got the O perfect. But of course, that's very difficult to do. Okay, I would like to get lined up with that. No? All right, well, that's fine. Who needs those bananas anyways? But, you know, I was thinking what interesting timing this all was, consider... Oh, my God, these stupid vultures. Oh, God. Okay, all right, we're fine. Everything's good. This ice, he's not rolling very well. What interesting timing... Yeah. This is why I talk and play games at the same time, so that I can just die repeatedly. As I was saying, what interesting timing this is, because the Switch 2 is due out, at time of recording, it's due out in a couple weeks. And of course, kind of the standout game, at least from what I've seen, is Donkey Kong Bonanza. Although I guess Mario Kart, you know, I mean, if you like that kind of thing, but no, I mean, Mario Kart looks great. Oh, shoot. I think this is the part where you're supposed to do it perfectly for the 3-up. Ah, shoot. Yep, this was it. Dang it. I really want to get it, but there's really no reason to get it. And if I keep failing, that's not going to be fun for the stream. So I seem to remember there was like a cheat where you could go like halfway through at some point. There's like a hidden barrel maybe. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, it was amazing to watch in the promotional video. The dude just did it like it was nothing. And me here, I'm trying. Okay, of course, the timing's off now. All right, that's fine. It's not going to happen. The 3-up is already gone. Just let it go. The timing on the diagonal, I don't quite have it, but we're gonna get there. Don't worry. Don't you worry your pretty little head. Donkey Kong is going to get his bananas back this time. In fact, on this stream, and I was sitting here thinking, okay, what if I beat this in 20 minutes? Then what? I'm back in the same situation I was before. But I don't think that's going to happen because I don't remember how many worlds there are. Oh my god. I don't remember how many worlds there are. But I don't think it's just like one after that. I think there's 2 more after this one. Okay. I'm very nervous. There we go. Nailed it. Okay. Almost there. Diagonal. Over. Diagonal. Oh my god, the bee. Get out of here. Oh my god. Okay, we're at the arrow. Oh my god. So close. Please. I'm like, there's gonna be like one random enemy at the end. Yup. Anything up here? No. Leave. We did it. Hooray. But what a cool effect with the snow. I mean, on a HD screen, it's kind of obnoxious because it's hard to see the barrels. But I still think it was a neat little addition. Okay. I can spell. There's a lot of spelling in Donkey Kong. You don't really think about it. But, you gotta know how to spell. Anyways, I was saying before I went off on a tangent about the barrels. Adjust my camera here just a little bit. I think that'll be a little bit better. Yeah. I was saying that Donkey Kong Bonanza is coming out, and I will not be purchasing a Switch 2 at launch, just because I don't really see the reason to right now. I have the Switch 1, and I don't really play it all that much. Nope. Go up. I know. Get in there. No? Okay. I was going to say, there's a barrel there for a reason. Oh, God, Nintendo. Lots of spelling. I told you, you gotta know how to spell when you're playing as an ape and a monkey. They're very persnickety about their spelling, so get it right. But no, this is the first 3D Donkey Kong platformer in... I mean, check my math here, but not really my math, but my facts. But since Donkey Kong 64, is that right? Because I don't think Donkey Kong's been in any 3D platformer since then. And I'm not the type of person that's like, oh yeah, Donkey Kong 64 was trash. I mean, I remember liking it as a kid, although it did take a very long time to 100%. There was a lot. Oh no, that was the down one. That wasn't the up one, Ober. Come on. But yes, there were a lot. There was a lot of backtracking, and a lot of, I think, nonsense with having to switch back and forth between the monkeys. I'll say that if there was a way to switch back and forth on the fly, definitely thought I got hit there. I think it would have been a heck of a lot better. But because you had to go to specific points, I don't really need that. Because you had to go to specific points to switch your Kongs, I think that made things a lot worse. So, even still, it's a fun time. I liked it. But, from the creators of Banjo-Kazooie. There we go. Okay, that was the down. See, I remembered this time. From the creators of Banjo-Kazooie, it needed a little bit more oomph, I think. Come on over here. I need to jump on your head. Okay. Anything up here? The O. And what? No, don't grab that. Okay, well, never mind. I didn't need whatever was in there anyways. So I'm pretty stoked to kind of see what a new studio's gonna do with Donkey Kong as a 3D platformer. Oh no, I jumped! This is a... Let's go up this one. This is a... Oh, maybe not. Maybe I want to go up the other one. Big complaint I have. I use an Xbox controller, and... okay. I use an Xbox controller, and I generally like Xbox controllers more than PlayStation ones. I thought PlayStation 4 was a great controller compared to DualShock 1 through 3, but it wore out pretty easily, and I overall just didn't like that. I haven't yet to try out DualShock 5. Oh my god. So maybe that's great, I don't know. And I will say I do like on the PlayStation controller the flatter buttons. Because what I'm about to say is exactly what the problem is. There we go. That because of the rounded buttons on the controller for Xbox, I feel like I miss... I'm not going back down. If that moves something down there, I'm not going back down. I feel like I tend to hit the button, but because it's a higher height, I often... the jump doesn't register. And it's usually just in... Oh my god, it's Espresso, let's go! It's usually just in platformers, I feel like, is the big issue. So maybe it's user error, I don't know. I feel like Espresso is like really wussy when it comes to enemies, if I remember correctly. I don't think... I feel like it's gonna take damage if I jump on those. I just seem to remember him being... Yeah, see? I knew it. I'm like, this stupid ostrich is gonna screw it up for me. Also, this is nuts, because that's basically the exact bonus level in Donkey Kong Country Returns. Okay, nope. And that's pretty lame. considering they just kind of aped it, no pun intended. Oh my god. What's the point? What's the point? What are you supposed to do there? I don't remember if there's some special trick to espresso that I'm forgetting about, but that's pretty lame. Okay, well, that's also pretty lame. Nope. Okay. No. Okay. The barrel hit him. You guys saw that, right? You guys saw the actual effect of the barrel hitting him. Okay. But this time, we're going to be fine. We're going to get through the snowstorm. Something about these snow levels, they're rough, man. No, you're not going to snipe me from off screen this time. Yeah. Nope. But that rope might. Nope. And by snipe me, I mean not be where I need it to be. There we go. Okay, you're out, so I feel a little bit better. So anyways, yes, 3D Donkey Kong. I watched one of the gameplay videos of it, and it was pretty remarkable to see. Should I go for it? Nope. Nope. There we go. Oh, I didn't get the K. That's right, the K was behind me at the start. Well, bonus points, right? Come on, like swag points for getting the O. I watched one of oh, you guy. Don't you even do that to me. I remember in like the player's guide or something, it was like, that's a cousin or something that is mad. I don't remember why he was mad, but it was like, now he hates you and wants to hurt you and throws barrels at you. Okay. Yeah, can't stop me now, you nerd. Oh god. I know there was a bonus back there. I saw it, but guess what? I'm just getting through these snow levels, man. There's just something about them. Don't you dare. And we already got the arrow. It's not even worth it. Is there something up here? All right, cool. But I watched the demo, the gameplay demo, and it was pretty amazing to see all the effects on screen, to see how Donkey Kong could just rip up the ground. It's kind of an interesting take on the character, because at this point, prior to that, what has Donkey Kong ever done? I mean, yes, he's been strong, but he slaps the ground. Oh god. Well, fine. Was there a barrel back here? There was one way back there, but I'm not going for it. And I mean, he played bongos for a split second. But, I never played any of those games. Yeah. Hopefully you guys can hear this music better this week, because David Wise and I think Grant Kirkhope did some of it, but I think most of it, if not all of it, was David Wise. And if there's someone else that I'm forgetting, I'm sorry. Oh, this is going to be bad. Just the worst place to get hit. I should have gone up to the top of the ceiling there. I think I would have survived. I think there are some people that really obsess over this particular track. I like it. I think it's good. But it's never been like, oh my god, this is the best of Donkey Kong Country music. Let's see. Oh, I got text. Not important for the stream. But yes, I do think it's very peaceful. Very, very flowy, very underwater-esque. Alright, let's try. No, you're not going to do it to me this time, you nerd. Poking your head out like that. Squishing down like a weird sea creature. No. No. Diddy, you're going to need to swim a little bit faster. Okay. Am I supposed to dodge or keep going? Okay. feel like there's a way to get around these barrels. Maybe this is the way. Do you know the way? I don't remember this being this tight in the past. Could we please swim a little bit faster, Diddy? Good Lord. Already? We're almost at the end? Unless that's just telling me, hey, you gotta go that way. Oh my God. That's tight, man. I don't remember it being that tough as a kid. Oh, he's going that way. Oh, no. I'm going this way. Maybe there's a bonus down there. I don't know, but we're going this way. Too many octopuses, octopi, octopodes. I don't know. I've heard it both ways. All ways, in fact. So you let me know in the comments what the proper plural of octopus is, because I don't actually know. But regardless, oh, I missed the O. That's a very confusing arrow sign. Because up to this point, they have always pointed to, oh, there's a secret. There's a secret. I remember this. Secrets. Let's go. One up. Anything else? On guard. Let's go. Yes. Yes. I still can't kill the octopuses, octopi, with on guard, but he swims a heck of a lot faster, and any of the other enemies better stay out of my way. What a wild game. You know, I mean, you gotta think, like, here's Nintendo. Well, I don't know who approached who about, you know, revitalizing Donkey Kong, but of course here is a particular IP. Oh yeah, that's right. Squawks. Old school Squawks, who sucks. All he does is flash the screen. I apologize in advance, but every time he turns, there's a big flash on the screen. So you may just want to look away. I can't warn you every time I'm going to change direction here, so. But yeah, it's wild. You know, I mean, how is Donkey Kong famous? And again, Cranky is supposed to be the original Donkey Kong, what you remember from the arcade, you know, with the ladders and Mario. And, son? Nephew? I can't quite remember the relation between this Donkey Kong and that Donkey Kong, who is now Cranky Kong. But point is that yep, God, the flashing, it's really obnoxious. Oh no. Sorry, Diddy. Jumped a little too early. But, I mean, the company was saying, okay, well, what can we do to actually make Donkey Kong a viable character again? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, the flashing. That is awful. And, you know, who better than Rare to come along and say, you know what? How about we just make it a straight up platformer where he's just going through, trying to get his bananas. No. Oof. And then he fights all these Kremlings. Jeez, that was a well-hidden G. Okay. And, you know, he's got his little buddy, Diddy, and all the other Kongs. And, you know, he can, like, ride a swordfish. Why not? Are you done? Oh, my God. Can we be done, please? Thank you. I got a Rambi token. I gotta watch out for those because I forgot that, like in the last episode, when you get 3, you get sent to the beginning of the level. Man, how's it been 30 minutes already? That's crazy. I feel like I'd have made more progress by this point, but alas. 46%. I assume that has to do with bonuses as well. I will not be 100%ing this game because there's no reason to, I believe. In 2 and 3, of course, there was reason to. Hidden worlds and final bosses and whatnot, but I don't believe you get anything. There may be like a, oh, you did it, congrats. Great song, too. Get that marimba going. So, yeah. By the way, for those that don't know, you've gotten all the bonuses, I believe, if there's an exclamation mark at the end of the... Oh, that's not good. Oh, of course it didn't give me Diddy back. At the end of the level title. Yeah, and it's just like, oh, here's a giant monkey or gorilla, and he's gonna jump on tires and, jump on crocodiles, alligators, whatever the heck the Kremlings are supposed to be. And it just worked. These games are incredible. And I know it's hard to catch lightning in a bottle, twice. But, man, they did it and then caught it 3 times. Oh, no. Again, I hit the A button, but he just wouldn't defy gravity that time, I guess. Oh, that's interesting. You actually keep the letters. I guess I sort of internalized that, but I didn't say that out loud. In a lot of the... Well, certainly Donkey Kong Country Returns... I believe you got to collect the letters again. I don't think you keep them. I think you keep the puzzle pieces. But if you die with a letter, you got to get it again. Unless, of course, you hit the checkpoint. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, it just works, and that's crazy to me. And I think the reason it's crazy to me is because you don't really see this level of creativity, certainly all the time, but I know there's a bonus back there. But no. Well, okay. You don't really see this level of creativity often. And the fact that they were able to get it 3 times in a row, that's incredible. And people will still talk about these games. Heck, I'm playing this game and won't shut up about it because it's so good. Oh, I forgot you do different things. Can you not? There we go. I forget how many hits you take. 4. There we go. Beautiful. Kremkroc Industries. Maybe this is the last world. I seem to remember a lot of okay, that's perfect. A lot of thank you. And this blows that up. Yep. Again, things that I remember from that Donkey Kong video. I seem to remember a lot of like rocky, cavey levels towards the end, but then there was also the factory. So maybe they're all kind of in the same world here. Okay. So, yeah, we should be done with this very soon. And there we go. Okay, I'm gonna get it this time. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your pretty little head. Okay. There we go. We just needed the chant of DK to help me out. So yes, if we end up finishing this before time, I'm happy to play something else. Again, I know I'm being a little cryptic. You might be thinking, well, why this? Why not something else? You know, where's the next game? And, well, this is the next game, but the next long-form game, I'm going to reveal in actually 2 more weeks after this. Oh, no. Push it this way. I thought I got it stuck. There we go. And I'm excited for that one. Hopefully you guys are excited for it as well. No, 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 no. Oh. Get out of there. Get out of there. Okay. Hopefully you guys are excited for it too. Okay. Barrel. Oh, no. That's such garbage. There's no way. I didn't know he could turn around. Honestly. But now I do. Really? That's not high enough? Okay, well, I'm gonna take this. I'm very excited to play it. It's been something that has been on my to-play list, but I unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your view, don't have the necessary console to play it. So this will be a way for me to finally experience it when it does release for me on PC. And those are the only hints you're gonna get. So if you're aware of, oh, come on, I thought I was fast enough. I think at one point these start faking you out too. No, 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 no. Whatever the heck your name is, I can't even remember his name. Yup. Okay, this is intense. Please no, please no. Oh, are you up here? Am I hearing barrels? No. Oh, do I have to jump on this barrel? Let's go, G, G, G. That's the best letter. Not because it's my name, the letter in my name, but just because it's the best letter. It's objectively the best letter. Yeah, see, this is what I remember, but then I also remember like some factory levels, or at least that first one. Is that really the only factory level in this game? That's crazy if that's the case, because I remember that being way more important than it actually is. the factory setting. In fact, it's more of these caves that I mentioned. Again, great soundtracks. Great soundtracks. Oh, come on. No. These vultures, man, they're just sniping you. That's crazy. How do they get so good at that? They practice? Yeah, I remember this, but I think it's the next one that stands out a little bit more in my memory. Okay, perfect. It's like, let me just... Is that platform? Oh, it disappears. Well, okay. Good thing I got the checkpoint in case I missed the jump. I was going to go back and get that bonus, but alas, you cannot because that platform goes away. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I remember the second one of this where you got to get the fuel, and that stressed me out as a kid. But this one's not so bad. Oh, no. Bonus. Oh, can't jump on use Diddy. Yeah, I know it's Donkey Kong Country, but I just never thought that Donkey Kong... I can't change characters on here? Excuse you? That's strange. I wonder why they would have done that. It's like if I see the enemy coming up, I want to be Donkey so I can jump on him. Guess not. Oh, okay. This nerd. He's my least favorite enemy in the game. And another way to say that would be my most hated. even in front of that guy. Oh. Ah. Man. Change. I got change in the bonus level. I'm gonna get that bonus. I think it wasn't these guys. Yeah. So, let's see. I don't even remember who the boss is in this world. Oh, actually, I think I do. I think it's Fake. Thank you. Or Necky again. Angry Necky. Don't you jump? Don't you jump? Only I can jump in a platformer. Didn't you get the memo? But yeah, the reason why I think this is the worst of the Donkey Kong Country games isn't because it's a bad game at all. But it's stuff like this. Like, the bonus levels are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. But there's no reason to... are you seriously going to make me start back here? There's no reason to get them. Right, versus 2 and 3, where you get the bonus coins, and then those unlock new levels. What else? I mean, certainly, like in 3, they had kind of the overworld quests that you could do, which were pretty neat. Again, nothing revolutionary, but it was just kind of cool to see an evolution. Right, something that even was touted in, Mario Wonder when that came out. What, last year, year and a half ago, however long it's been. In the overworld, there's these parts where you can walk around, and it's like, yeah. I don't know if that's something revolutionary. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's not anything, Okay. I'm ready for you this time. No! Oh, thank God the platform stopped. I was gonna be so mad. No. The guy's such a jerk, man. But yeah, I think there's... Oh, no. There's a rope. I missed the rope. I think there's a lot of great ideas here. And again, solid levels. Platformers made today wish they could be as memorable and as solid and tight as Donkey Kong Country 1. It just, to me... Oh, no. Nope. To me... the levels are even better. The themes are better in future games. And there's better animal integration, too. Certainly in 2. I think 3 as well, but again, 2 I think is just 2 is king. Okay. All right, well. Oof. Nothing really down there. So yeah, I I just think it's pretty amazing. You know, we didn't really know how good we had it, and I know it's very easy to blame Microsoft for Rare's downfall, and I'm going to. I don't know what else it could have been. You know, I mean, maybe someone out there could explain it to me a bit better. But to me, you know, everything was wonderful and great until Microsoft bought out Rare. And I mean, it was an incredible deal. I mean, it was how many million? I think it was like 125 million. It was some astronomical number. And like, of course, now it's not, you know, as big of a number. But back then, nobody was spending that kind of money on a video game developer. That's just insane. Hello? Okay. Yet, I'm sure there's a bonus down there, but oh well. But, you know, what have they done with that video game developer? I mean, there was Grabbed by the Ghoulies, which I remember disliking a lot back in the day. I started to play it again on Rare Replay a number of years back, and I never continued it. But as I was playing through it, I was like, you know what? This game is not as bad as I remember it. And I don't know why I thought it was so bad. I think because I was just looking for another platformer, but it's not really a platformer. You know, and then after that, it was just like, what the heck happened to Rare? Nobody knows. You know, I mean, there's all these wonderful IP that they have that they're not doing anything with. The biggest of those being Banjo-Kazooie, of course. You know, and what did Microsoft do with that? Oh, well, you guys like platforming. Well, let's make fun of you in the opening moments of Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, and then turn your platformer into a car building. Oh God, a car building game. Like what are you on about? Like why would you do that? It's just mean-spirited. But that was a weird time, and you know, for any viewers that might be a little bit younger, I'm going to show my age here, but you coming back? You coming back, bro? No, okay. Oh, you're coming back. Nah, he juked me. The fish juked me. Juke fish hero. He did it again. What's a monkey got to do to get a bunch of bananas? Anyways, that was a weird time because it was unfortunately, I think, the change for the worse, at least change for the worse that when I first started noticing it. Because when I think about, you know, the 360 era, PS3 era, I still think about a lot of creativity. Now, games had become more expensive, of course, so you weren't seeing as many crazy games like you did in PS2, Xbox, GameCube era. But that was offset a little bit by things like Xbox Live Arcade. And of course, this is to say nothing about PC. You know, I was never a PC gamer until the last 9 months. I always cared more so for console stuff because it was just easier and a lot less expensive. Oh my God, what is happening? What? This isn't that hard. Oh, this isn't that difficult. Calm it down. Calm it down. These weird jellyfish things aren't that bad. Okay, that's fine. If I die, I die, but at least I got the checkpoint. There's something down there. I know you, Rare. But yeah, you weren't seeing as many experimental games, but you were still seeing some new stuff, new IP. Okay. I just think it was coming from, more of those smaller independent studios. Of course, BioWare, that's another company that just went down the tubes. But you've got these smaller companies that were still making, pretty good games, different games, new games. Okay. What is going on down here? Is there On Guard? On Guard better be over here. Yes, let's go. Anything up here? No. So, it was great to still see that creativity. But especially with Call of Duty, I think that's where things started to change. Where it became, let's just kind of move away from gaming's roots. Oh, another text. Doesn't concern anybody. Let's start just thinking about the big money, the big dollar bucks that we can make off, just homogenizing the game. No, On Guard, come back. No. Are you down here? Oh, he's down here. Let's go. Come back. Yes. No. Oh my God, no. On Guard, no. Oof. What's going on, man? This is like rookie mistakes. Remember my first time playing Donkey Kong Country. But it was really disappointing to see, that shift. I think in particular about, there's something up there. I think there's a secret up there. There is not a secret up there. A game like, just recently, God of War Ascension. On Guard, are you gone? I think you're gone. Oh no, you're good. Losing a lot of the polish that it could have had if that multiplayer mode wasn't thrown in there. But guess what? We need to have the multiplayer mode because Call of Duty. And the same is true with Mass Effect 3, for instance. Mass Effect 2 is a really great game, but I do think that a lot of the RPG elements were ditched for a simpler game. Okay. And I still enjoy that game, but it was nowhere near as complex as 1 was. And 3, I thought had some really great moments in it, and then the ending. Which to this day has got to be one of the worst endings of all time. Oh, I should have stayed in the minecart, guys. I mean, it was so bad that they had to patch a new ending in, and that was still unsatisfying. And I can't help but think, really? I can't help but think that because the development was rushed, and because EA was like, no, you need to have a multiplayer mode with loot boxes in it. Again, what could have happened with the development if those resources went into I don't even remember the K. If those resources went into the single player game. Okay, I don't know why you're just hanging out in the I guess it's like Revenge. You guys remember that first level with the minecarts and they were chasing you? No. Oh. It's like the instinct in me is to want to get the thing. Okay. Well, that was not how you do that. You're supposed to get off the minecart first, and then you can jump on the tires. So, and I really think that was just kind of I forgot about that. The downfall of AAA gaming. And listen, I get it. I'm not ignorant to the fact that most people that play on consoles, most people are spending 60, although what now, 70, $80 a year for Madden, NCAA, MLB, NBA, and they are spending that same amount of money. Oh my God. On Call of Duty. And that's it. That's all they play. And listen, that's sad, but that's just human nature. When you think about even TV, right? The mind-numbingly terrible reality TV shows, right? That people are like, oh, this is real. And it's like, no, it's actually not real. There's nothing real about it. Oh, okay. You can't even see the enemies. I thought the enemies would at least be highlighted, but no. And, somehow, every time I see a commercial for it, I turn to Donna and I say, how is... Oh, text, it doesn't matter. How is Survivor still on the air? How? I don't understand. How is The Bachelor and The Bachelorette still on TV? How is The Masked Singer still on TV? Who is watching this garbage? But, it's easy for me to hate. People have their mindless stuff that they watch. And you know what? I'm not above it. I just watch different things. I will put on someone playing Mario Maker or someone playing Kaizo Mario, and just put that on in the background and zone out. So, I'm not trying to say I'm better than people. I'm just saying that mine is different. Oh, no. I saw that as soon as I made the jump. I'm like, oh, boy, that's not going to work out so well for me. I'm not better than. It's just different for me. It's sad to me that you have people who are ready, willing, and able to just take the bland, beige view of the world and give their time, money, energy, and effort to... I don't have a better word for it. Like, maybe this is too harsh, but it's just kind of like slop. It's just, here's some mindless thing, and you can watch it. That's fine. Yeah, I'd prefer to try and put my money and my time, my energy into other... Nope. Okay, are you going to actually time it right so I can see the platform? Thank you. Okay. Texts that don't matter. Okay. Lovely. I thought there was a bonus there. This is really tough. But I'm not gonna... Just move on. I already got what I needed. What are you? Oh, no. We're gonna do it. I mean, we're gonna do it. We have to do it. We have to ride it, even though it's dark. Please. Oh, but you can pick it up? I had no idea you could pick it up. That's amazing. I think it was this one? Yeah. So yeah, I recognize that's what most people buy, right? So of course, the big companies want to minimize the risk, and that's all they're going to do. That's what they're going to put their money towards. That's fine. The problem that I have is that cannot apparently coexist with... Oh no, I thought there was another Neki. I think, does he just stomp? Is that... I think he hurts... I think he blows himself up, if I remember correctly, because he stomps so much. Kind of a lame boss. But, you know, it's just sad to me that this cannot coexist with... Can I cartwheel you? Yeah, okay, I can cartwheel you. I was gonna say, if you only have Diddy here, you gotta be able to take those things down. Okay. Alright. Oh, no. Okay. I told you, he's gonna murder himself. I don't know what you can and can't say anymore. So I'm just gonna keep talking and we'll see what happens. I can't believe there's another world. Yeah, this is what I remember. You gotta fuel up the little platform here, and it's a little stressful. But yeah, it's just a shame to me that these games cannot exist alongside, you know, more creative games, different genres of games too. I still think one of the biggest crimes of all time, Rayman Origins. Fantastic game. Lovely game. The fact that got a sequel is great. I cannot reach that. Thankfully, it doesn't matter. Oh, Winky. There's got to be a Winky around here somewhere. But I missed him. I missed that frog. I don't have many opportunities left to see him because they do him dirty in the second one, as I've mentioned. But yeah, like why hasn't there been a sequel to Rayman? Excuse you? Rayman. Oh well, so much for that. Oh no. Legends, which is basically Origins because they put most of, if not all, the levels in there. No. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they knew. Maybe they knew and they're like, you know, this is our last hurrah, so... Nope. But again, it's just, why can't that be... Why can't those games... Oh, come on. Why can't those games exist? Yes, they're not going to be as big of a profit. And this is something that, you know, in my business ignorance, I'm certainly not a business master, you know. But I know enough. And I was always confused about this point till I kind of learned about this recently. But why can't you just invest, you know, so much money into some of these projects? It's minor. They're minor points, you know. They barely scratch the surface. Oh boy. No, you really need to hit that tire on the platform. Jeez. I thought that might be optional, but I guess not. So let's say, you know, you have $100 million to play around with. You know, you can put 80 million into, or all 100 million of it into, Call of Duty, right? And is guaranteed to print money. No. Okay, keep the thing on here. I don't know if I need it anymore, but I'm gonna keep it. My safety tire. And I'm gonna get the N. Beautiful. I don't even need this because I can just jump and get it. Oh, this is so tense. It's easy to say, well, why not just take that 100 million and split it up between, so many different projects? And that's fine when it's not your money, but when it is your money, you want to make sure. Oh, no. Well, so much for the G. That's fine. I got plenty of lives. But if you put, say, 20 million into 5 different games, what's going to be your return on investment for that? I mean, maybe it's good, and maybe you make, 40 million off all of those games. That might be a bonus there, but alas. Rambi, let's go. No. But, if any one of those fails, right? I mean, that's money that, you've lost. And that sucks. Versus if you just would have put that money into, Call of Duty, you'd have gotten how much money back. And I also understand the argument that, if you... Oh, 3 of these nerds? If you, oh my God, I have to concentrate so much with these guys. I'm kidding. Nah, I got bit. That's all right. I did pretty good. Let's say you have, 95 million, right? Of that 100 million. You want to put towards, okay, don't even need that. You want to put towards, Call of Duty. No, Rambi, no. But then you want to put, 5 million towards some small project. Okay, well, the return on investment for the 95 is going to be huge because it's Call of Duty, right? But that 5 million you may or may not see again. Definitely a bonus there. And even if the game is profitable, what's going to be your return? Are you just going to make your money back? In which case, you've tied up. I guess I'll go in here. You've tied up, $5 million into a game that does not turn a profit for you. So it's kind of like, what was the point of that? So I understand that. The thing that... This one? Yeah. The thing that just troubles me about all of this is that at one point, Call of Duty was a new franchise. It was given a chance. And look at what it's become. Mass Effect was given a chance. Dead Space was given a chance. Insert any IP here. It was given a chance. Now, in order to actually diversify, right, and keep things fresh, you really should be investing often into new IP. Not all the time. Of course, you can have your standbys. Of course, you can have your sequels. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem that I have is that everything is so stale. I did not want that. I was testing the wall. Everything is so stale. You know, even, and I hate to say it because it's not even out yet, but I'm going to say it. You want me to say it? I'm going to say it. I think even a game like Elden Ring, Night Rain, Nighthawk, Night Custom, Knighthood, are all the letters in here? Oh, this stupid ostrich. I say stupid because I don't understand why this stupid ostrich is even in the game. It can't even jump on. Okay, yeah, look. Oh, you can't hurt me because I'm on the ostrich. And that's it. It can flap a little bit. I'm pretty sure that is... Get out of here. Pretty sure that's a bonus. I would rather ditch the ostrich and go for the bonus. Yeah. Like, even... I don't want to do this. Okay, I don't want to do this. Night Rain, right? Like, I didn't particularly care for Elden Ring. It wasn't the worst game, of course. There's a lot to like about it, but I just prefer the more linear Souls-like games. We may be exiting the golden era of that, unfortunately. Oh, really? Because, you know, there's fatigue, and I don't know how much more. You better not unsubscribe. This is poignant and really knowledgeable and smart commentary. You're educating yourself right here. Don't you unsubscribe? That's Tommy, so it's okay. But yeah, I wonder about how much more. Oh, that's right. On, off. There's something down here. Yep. How much more greatness we have from. I don't know how much more there is. I hope there's a lot more. I just know there's a lot of people feeling tired with Souls games. No, that is garbage. That claptrap, you're proving my point that you're being ignorant. Let me say my point. Don't you just jump at me when I'm trying to show that I know something. Again. That's garbage. Stop. Mom said it's my turn to get through Gloomy Mine or whatever this is called. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to go under you. No, I can't because I'm going to be in the air. There we go. All right. We're fine. See, don't you worry your pretty little heads. I'm going to get through. Okay. I'm not saying there's nothing to like about it. I'm just saying the peanut... I don't know if I'm going to like it. The problem is, it just... I don't know. It just, to me, feels like a very cheap cash-in. And while I understand you want to place your money on sure bets, you know, even Dark Souls was a risk. Demon's Souls sold like garbage for a long time. Oh, the K was in there. I forgot. Oh, no. This isn't good. Okay. Thank you, checkpoint. Okay, you've got to be you're not a bonus. No. Okay. Any bonuses? But anyways, I was saying, yeah, Demon's Souls sold like trash. And guess what? They decided to take a risk on it, Miyazaki and From, and they made, 3 of the best, what do you call it, action-adventure games of all time. I mean, it spawned a genre name, for crying out loud. There's going to be continued reduced risk in AAA because they want return on investment and are risk averse. Yeah, that's what I've been mentioning. That I get that. The problem that I'm having is that if you have the $100 million that you're investing into something, right? I get that you want all of that to go to Call of Duty, because if you put $5 million, $10 million, $20 million into something else, you might not ever see that again. And I get that. It's easy for me to say, just invest in all the other things when it's not my money, and I don't have shareholders to... I hate this guy so much. He's so awful. And I don't, it's not my job on the line. That being said, I don't think it has to be so black and white. I don't think you can... It has to be, either you invest all your money into the surefire thing, or you invest... Can I... Oh, you're like super strong. I don't know how to get that other thing. I don't remember how. No, I thought he rolled off the edge. What's with these animals juking me tonight? That's the second time. Ugh. Get out of here. I just don't understand why it has to be so black and white. Why it can't be, yes, we're going to make our bazillions of dollars, but we also want to... There we go. We also want to future-proof our company, right? Because eventually, I don't know when, I don't know how, but eventually, Call of Duty will not be that viable anymore. I mean, think about Halo, right? I really should have jumped over him. I'm calling it here. I know that's probably crazy to think about. But, I mean, we live in a world where things change. I was around for Halo. Halo was incredible. Halo 1 still is a great game. And guess what? Halo 2 was incredible. Halo 3, I get a lot of hate for saying this, but I like the campaign of 3 a lot. I just couldn't get into the multiplayer. ODST was a fun time. Oh, I gotta jump over these guys. Stop trying to go under them. ODST was a great time, and Reach, I think, was a wonderful send-off to the franchise by Bungie. 4, I will defend. I like 4. Don't. I think 4 has a lot of redeeming qualities. Okay. However, after 4 needed some work, particularly in the multiplayer area. A lot of the maps aren't very good. I don't remember if I got the K, but I don't care because I want that. Big established studios will occasionally put out a few bangers. I'm sure GTA will be great, but future seems in mid and smaller studios with more creative freedom. And I would agree with that as far as things stand. It's so surprising to me how these companies are... I don't know. It's like they want to fail, right? They're just like, oh, well, this will never change. But, to my point, Halo 5's campaign was one of the worst campaigns I've ever played in my life. And it's not to say because of controls, it's not to say because there were no redeeming factors about it. That campaign was billed as this big showdown between Master Chief and Locke, right? I think that was his name. And it was the most pathetic showdown of all time. And then they decide, no! I don't know if I can get to that platform. Was there a tire down here? Well, that's lame. I guess you gotta be Diddy. Again, it just proves my point that Donkey Kong is not the guy. Yeah, he broke Chief's visor. Whoa, man, look at them go. Stupid. So, in my humble opinion, I mean, that marketing campaign was basically a total lie. Now, I'll give them credit that they were trying to do something different with the story in that, Cortana is going to be the big bad. Okay, I'm willing to go there with you. They set it up so that it might be something interesting in the next game. I was willing to go there with them. They needed a lot of work on... Thank you. They needed a lot of work on the campaign, to really earn my trust back. And especially the multiplayer with stupid Warzone, pay to win, rec packs, garbage. No. I got an itch on my nose. Ah. Okay. No. I hate that Donkey throws the barrels over his head like that. Just the wind up. This is really stressful. There's probably a bonus down there. I don't care. Get me out of here. And I'm going to save after that because that was Platform Perils. Is that the last platforming level in this game? I think so. Man, what a send-off. But anyways, then Halo Infinite comes out, and Halo Infinite, it's exactly what everyone else has said, right? Like, the grapple hook was incredible. The hook shot, whatever it's called, it was a lot of fun. Hey, that's enough out of you. And everything else was trash. I mean, there were 2 environments, essentially. The story made little to no sense because they just retconned 5. And it's like, well, if you're going to stick with... Excuse you. Can I not jump on your head when you're spitting your nuts this time? Good Lord, man. So anyways, essentially, Infinite was a disaster in the campaign sphere. And now, of course, there's a new head. Man, we're coming up on the end. King K. Rool, everybody. Love this guy. And I love this song. Look at this nerd. Oh, he's so great. Look at him. He's so crazy. Doofy look on his face. I'll never understand why they traded him for a tiki mask in Donkey Kong Country Returns, and the polar bear, I guess, was okay in Tropical Freeze. Also, this song. Oh God. I don't remember the moveset because I've played 2 and 3 so much more. Okay. So, now there's a new head of 343, and I'm confident, of course, that Halo 7, well, I guess not counting Reach in that, what is this, Halo 9, whatever it's going to be, it's going to sell, don't get me wrong. But I just don't think it's going to do as well. I think Halo, it's not dead, but I don't think it's ever going to be as big as it once was. And that's okay. I mean, things change. There's still room for people that love Halo to have a new Halo entry. And that's my point. Why can't you invest in the future? They found out about his colorful past and he was canceled. Right. Why can't you invest? Oh, this is great too, by the way. Credits. Look, it's a fake out. Coding. Claptrap. Crusha. Wait, these are Kremlings. That's not what's going on here. What? That's fake. The end? Of course, my kid brain, I was like, oh, I beat it, But the end, I don't understand. And then, of course, this nerd gets back up. And it's super hard. Well, at least, okay, as a kid. I don't know about it as an adult. We'll see. I mean, he's already hit me once, so nope. With his big old gold-plated belly. Nope. Oh my God, this is way harder than... Nope. I could see why I was thrown off as a kid. I think he fakes his crown throw too. No. Suck it, K. Rool. I win. I'm the best. Look at me. Well done, Donkey, my boy. Who'd have thought a young whippersnapper like you could have beaten that bunch of no-good Kremlings? You've made an old man proud. Go and look in your hoard. I think you'll be in for a surprise. If I had been playing, I'd have found everything. Well, good for you, Cranky. I'm sure there must be some bonus rooms you haven't found. So I guess this is the reason to get everything, so you can rub it in his face. And he's like, okay, I guess you found everything. Heck yeah, look at that. We got all the bananas back. Amazing. And now you get your cast of characters, of course, which I wish more games would do this, too. Like, I don't understand why they don't anymore. But anyways. So yeah. Eventually, one day, Call of Duty is not going to be as big as it is. And I think it's already started, personally, because a lot of the campaigns, I mean, people don't play it for the campaigns anymore. I mean, believe it or not, there was a time where people would play Call of Duty for campaigns, myself included. The multiplayer is just so many loot boxes and battle passes and like, give somebody who's never played Modern Warfare 2 or 3, an hour with that game. The original. I forgot they remade these things. We gotta say Modern Warfare, the original, But yeah, I mean, it's like you have all these challenges. It's in-game. You earn all the perks and weapon attachments, and everyone is equal. Right? But now you have these situations where it seems like, as an outsider that doesn't play Call of Duty very often, you actually have to pay for some of these loot boxes because there's minor advantages to certain guns. And yeah, it's not a lot on paper, but if you're playing a lot, you're competitive, even if you just want to play casually, it's frustrating when someone clearly paid to win. That was the problem with Halo 5. And it's okay to have cosmetics. Like, that doesn't bother me, although it's a little weird seeing Nicki Minaj and I think, is Seth Rogen now the new one? in Call of Duty? Like, it's a little weird seeing them, running around a battlefield. I can be okay with that. It's fine. It's a little goofy, but whatever. But man, I don't know. It just doesn't hold the same magic that it once did. I think obviously they were smart to make the multiplayer free. I think that's going to extend its life by quite a bit. But truly, all you need is the next big thing. I honestly thought it was going to be Titanfall, because those guys actually made Call of Duty. But EA just continued to screw them over. In terms of... Oh, that's so rude. Look at these two fools. I do not remember them being this mischievous with one another. Fun fact, there are people out there that thought there was some kind of secret if you actually beat the game in under an hour and with one life. Apparently not. It was just him bragging. But that was a challenge I learned about maybe in the last year or two. So, anyways, I thought it was going to be Titanfall. I think Titanfall 2 in particular is a fantastic game. But again, EA was stupid. They released it, I think, day and date with Battlefield 1. I'm like, of course people want to play Battlefield and World War I setting. They're not gonna spend money on both of those things. You need to foster the the new IP, especially considering it was Xbox One exclusive, multiplayer only, so people didn't know about it. And then they're like, well, Apex Legends, okay, but give me a proper game with, a campaign, finish the story with the robot, and a proper multiplayer game. I don't know. Maybe I'm asking for too much in a different business environment than, it used to be 30 years ago, a game like this. But thank God for the indie scene. I think they're making great things. And just abrupt ending. I will actually highlight, again, one thing that I do want to point out is K's. And I will pull this up here very quickly. Give me a sec. Actually, no, I want that. I'll do it this way. Or maybe not, because apparently Steam needs to update. Yes. I know. But I want to show you guys an example of a game that I think truly knocks it out of the park here, if you like this kind of thing. Okay, so I guess I can do... Where is my TV capture? Oh, there it is. Okay, so turn that off. There we go. K's and the Wild Masks. I never heard of this game until maybe a year or two ago. It came out in 2021. To me, this is basically Donkey Kong Country again, with a new coat of paint. It is phenomenal. It's fantastic. I highly recommend, if you have not played this game, go out and buy it. I mean, look, very positive. I know that's not overwhelmingly positive, but it is excellent. As someone that has played the heck out of the Donkey Kong Country games, this is great. But again, it didn't sell well, I don't think. So as of right now, I don't know if there's going to be a sequel, despite the sequel bait at the end, if you get 100%, but I guess it is what it is. So yeah, it's just a shame that you can't have these sorts of games. I still have that loaded, so you can you can look at me be buff. But it is what it is. Well, anyways, I appreciate you guys being here for the conclusion of Donkey Kong Country. I honestly thought I would blow through this in half an hour. I'm surprised it took me as long as it did. But I'm glad I didn't rush. I didn't have to kind of select another game in the meantime. So, all right, that's enough of this. That's enough of this. So, again, in let's see, get out of here. Get out of here. I need my calendar. No, come back. Ugh. So let's see. Today is the 27th. So next week and the week after that, I will have something to play, some quick game. But on the 17th, I'm looking really forward, a lot forward. How would you say that? I'm really looking forward to the game that I selected, and I hope that you are as well. Be sure to schedule your follow-up next week for, again, a quickie, whatever that game's going to be. And we'll go from there. Hopefully Lady Donna will be joining us, but if not, I'm sure she'll be joining us in spirit. So until next time, hope you all are well. Stay safe, be well, all the well, and I'll see you next Tuesday, 8 o'clock Central. Okay, bye.